shake these nightmares. Floating in space forever. Just why?
There must be more junk around here. Eureka! I hit solid gold.
I just can't shake these nightmares.
And oil spill. I have never seen anything so
Take a page
beautiful.
from Billie Holiday and believe you can do the impossible. It can make all the difference.
The world is my dumpster. Detected. Beginning search. Area secure.
with honors in the Overseer track. Dad was so proud. Came out even though he was already so sick. I must have impressed the right people because I was offered the next available Overseer slot. I had just graduated. It was supposed to take years. Maybe they knew the war was inevitable. When I learned that 76 was going to be built, I was so excited I jumped right out of my chair and did a little dance around the living room. Appalachia would be safe, no matter what happened. Evan chose that moment to propose, a mughead. He knew I wouldn't say no after hearing the news. He knew me better than anyone. Dad died a few months after Evan and I moved in together. He really wanted to walk me down the aisle. Well, I didn't really get to walk down there either, so... I think it's time I went home. I owe Evan that much.
on the loose. Do not attempt to apprehend.
Oh, I'm sorry. Simulation is still being set up. Maybe you should talk to Professor Bot. not ready yet. Sorry.
You should talk to Professor Bot. Simulation isn't ready yet.
You'll need to talk to the Professor Bot to start the simulation.
False alarm. Standing down. Approach and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed. Approach and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed.
boss once again. If you told me when I first got here that I would be anything other than the overseer of a control vault, I wouldn't have believed you. Now that I'm here, I'm a little more realistic about things. The overseer at Vault 96, one of the hottest postings outside of 76, wouldn't even give me the time of day. The man sent me a form letter as a rejection, for God's sakes. At this rate, I'm gonna end up shipped out to the West Coast to work as a janitor in 29 with a bunch of obnoxious rich teenagers or something. It's pretty clear to me now that Vault-Tec is a hive of nepotism and ass-kissing. You can't get ahead unless you attend every lecture and write every paper. There's no respect for passion. And some of these kids, they just don't understand what Vault-Tec means. Meanwhile, I have to take my third run at senior thesis. Should be entertaining to get rejected by Dean Elliott yet again. Anyways, cash is tight, so I'm gonna take part in hopefully my last thesis project in the Sim Vault. This kid seems fine, and his experiment is about food, so I get to eat well, at least.
I know there's a restricted section here.
Identified intruders detected. Beginning search. Graduated. That is not area secure. Area secure. Here. This job is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Glad you're here. Maybe the two of us together can talk some sense into this machine.
The Overseer mentioned there would be more people coming. I was programmed to run this university in the event of the Dean's absence. He is absent, therefore I am running it. Assuming there even is a restricted section, and I am not verifying that, neither of you have Vault-Tec University credentials. Faculty and staff determine who goes where in this university, not former students.
I might be the only human being connected to this place that's still alive. My authority doesn't override yours?
No, it does not. And for the record, I was the dissenting opinion on fast-tracking your Overseer assignment. You are not pushing your way through me. The condition of the outside world is not my problem. I see neither of you are going to relent. Very well. There is a problem you can help me with. This university needs graduates, and while your Overseer has already been through the program, you are living and breathing enough to join this year's class.
This is ridiculous. Even if we had 4 years to waste, which we don't, the university is empty. There's no professors anymore.
Emergency protocols allow the Mr. Handy janitorial staff to run entrance straight through to the final exam. Their ability to run the vault simulation is experimental, but more than adequate for the task. Producing quality graduates is the very foundation of my purpose. A purpose that has gone unfulfilled for far too long. You will be given a scenario that you need to accomplish in the vault simulation area. The handies will play as the residents you need to oversee. Glad we agree. In this test scenario, your vault has divided into factions. You must resolve the conflict any way you see fit. Your chief of security will fill you in on the details. Good luck.
I'm not familiar with this test scenario. Professor Bott must have come up with it on his own. A vault simulation run by robots. Be prepared for anything.
Complete your task, and we can talk about granting you permission to the restricted wing. we need to discuss this ridiculous request of yours. The Overseer mentioned there would be more acid faculty.
I might be...
No. There
You mean...
might from the sim. Glad we agree. In this test scenario, your phone has divided into factions. Your chief.
I'm not familiar with this test scenario. Professor Bott must have come up with it on his own.
Intruder, identify yourself. False alarm. Standing now. False alarm. Standing now. Do not be alarmed. Order will be restored soon. Please stand by. Do not you will be identified and sanctioned. Continuing search for fugitive.
You the new overseer? Heck of a boiling pot you're stepping into. Little tiff between the engineers and the med staff is ready to blow. It's not like the usual bickering. Act
Citizens, you may now resume your normal activities.
Still need to talk about this row between engineering and medical.
Yeah, that hurt. Oh, God. That's a lot.
free fire zone. Warning, hostiles in area. Fugitive is attempting to evade capture. Beginning pursuit. Hostile target identified. Intruder, identify yourself. Do not make any further escape attempts. Lawbreaker. Warning, repair urgently required.
Engineers and medical are at Still need to talk about this row between engineering and medical. There was a reactor leak. Kellerman, head engineer's apprentice, rushed in to fix it. Poor kid got a full dose of rads. That's not the worst of it. Dr. Loris, head of the medical team, refused to send in help. Quarantined the reactor area so nobody died trying to go in there. Head engineer Brass accused the doctor of murder. Then, a couple days later, people noticed that one of the doctor's assistants, Estella, was missing. Everyone thinks it's a revenge killing. An eye for an eye. No. There's no evidence, no weapon, not one speck of blood. I'm at a loss, Overseer. Need you to make sense of all this. Sorry I couldn't be of more help. The big problems usually do. Good luck, Overseer. I'll be here if you need me. Did you have a question, Overseer? It's not really my place to say, Overseer. But taking either of them in could spell trouble. They each have a loyal team to call on.
Overseer, huh? We'll see. Not yet. No. Don't care what security says. Dr. Loris had no right to quarantine the reactor. Leaving Kellerman to die? Murder. That's all there is to it. I want justice, Overseer. Did they tell you how me and my crew scoured every inch of this vault looking for her? Yeah, that's right. Every loose access panel and every vent. You think I wanted anyone else to die? The only one here that cold-blooded is Dr. Loris. He proved that with Kellerman. Couldn't, could we? Only Loris and his staff have access once an area is quarantined. No. Half this vault thinks he did the right thing. You do anything to him now, that split will turn violent. I want him exposed. Prove to everyone that he's the bad gear in this vault's engine. Yes, Overseer? Said it before. I want everyone to see him for the murderer he is. If he goes quietly, all the better. Less chance of his staff getting up in arms. Almost beginning to like you, Overseer.
Just doing my job, Overseer.
Ah, Overseer. I'm so glad you've stepped into this little mess of ours. I'm sure you'll resolve the matter swiftly. Well, of course. But it had to be done, Overseer. I'm not hiding from anything. I mean, maybe I didn't know exactly how much radiation there was. Maybe he could have been saved. But at what cost? I admit it has been terribly stressful. My ability to lead the medical team may be compromised. I'll turn myself in for Kellerman. Negligence leading to his death. I'm so sorry, Overseer. I am. Robinson. I'm here to turn myself in for the death of Engineer Kellerman.
Well, this is a turn. So, you admit that you could have helped that poor lad, and you didn't.
It was gross negligence. The Overseer helped me to see that. I'm ready to pay my debt to society.
Off to the lockup with you, then. We'll sort out the length of sentence later.
It's always ugly choosing sides, but it's better than letting factions divide the vault. Good work.
Congratulations on finishing the vault simulation. I was rooting for you.
Whew, simulation is over. I get so nervous, you see. I hope I didn't break character.
Intruder, identify yourself. Well, it appears you passed the test, barely exceeding my low expectations of you. You passed. Hooray. You did not fail, despite your lack of qualifying courses. I suppose I should congratulate you. Yes, I suppose we had a deal. You are officially a graduate of Vault-Tec University, entitled to access to all areas. Back down in the vault, simulation space is a maintenance area. It conceals a secondary room that I believe will have what you are looking for.
It was almost good to see you again, Professor Bott.
Yes, Overseer. I suppose it was. Congratulations on one of your residents passing the program. You must be proud.
Actually, I am. Afraid I don't have my old cap and gown to share with you. Hopefully, what we'll find in the restricted wing will be even better.
Another fine day at Voltech University, am I right?
Hope you enjoyed the simulation. I really do enjoy the part of the helpful security chief. I do say so.
It's right there.
Here. This has to be it. Let's see what they left behind.
Welcome, esteemed members of Congress and our armed services, to a very special Vault-Tec presentation. Gold. This rarefied metal has been the backbone of trade since time immemorial. And in the event of nuclear war, this precious resource will once again become invaluable to rebuilding America's economic future. That is why Vault-Tec has been commissioned to build a different and very real vault. Named for the atomic number of the metal it will guard, Vault 79 will be the new home for all of America's gold reserves. Fort Knox will secretly be retired and emptied. Its gold bullion transported to the new vault, where it will be safe behind Vault-Tec's top-of-the-line automated security. Biometric recognition to verify authorized personnel. Sophisticated laser grid fields to ward off intruders. And, in the unlikely event of a breach, military-grade defensive turret systems built in partnership with our friends at Robco. All of this, along with Vault-Tec's signature lead-lined containment walls, airtight construction, fusion-powered generators, and automated manufacturing facilities. Vault 79, a golden future for the America we all know and love. Brought to you by Vault-Tec.
For once, the rumor mill gets it right. There is a treasure in that vault. All of America's gold reserves. Even getting into the vault at all is gonna be a challenge, let alone dealing with that buffet line of intrusion countermeasures. But the reward? Put aside the base instinct of hoarding wealth. What could we do with a vault full of precious metals? Exactly. No more barter or wild, unregulated proxies. It won't happen overnight, but one day we could have leverage to create a new economy. Property rights, taxes, laws, a government. We won't be able to do it alone. We need help. Even more importantly, we need people to buy in. To see that gold as their future. Fortunately, you just made contact with two large groups of people who both seem to have their own talents. Not my first pick, but it's hard to argue with your point. Do me a favor. Talk to them both. Get all the options on the table.
This cloth is so old, it is crumbling into powder. It might win the lottery.
My dreams need to settle down. can let live. Unless they don't let live.
Today's security status is red.
For the thrill and excitement of life in a post-apocalyptic hellscape. By popular demand, this month's creative learning classes are on Wilderness Survival. Courses in crafting materials are now available. Life is an adventure. Are you up to the challenge? Artisan's Corner is the place for creative hands-on learning. And the Wilderness Survival Experience is our most popular program yet. Prepare for danger. Prepare for adventure. Prepare for survival.
John, anyway?
Everyone pulls their own weight at Foundation. The Vault Dweller from 76. What is it? We're usually in the build, not break business. But sometimes you gotta demolish an old space, so... maybe. Why? Which vault are you talking about? Huh. Oh, I see. Interesting. Client was obviously paranoid about security. Lasers, turrets, super thick walls. This is about that treasure, isn't it? So it's not bull after all. It's in this vault, and you want us to help you get it. You got some grand scheme to reignite the basis of capital, and all that other money talk the lobbyists on the Hill would always yammer about. That's all well and good, but my concern is how that gold can help us right here, right now. How it can help the people of Foundation. Look, let's say I believe you. A structure like this, you need some serious equipment to do any demo work. Yeah, well, I mean, we could start thinking about the rest of this nonsense. Laser tripwires? How the hell are we gonna handle that? Oh well, one thing at a time. You get us a big enough drill, we can find the right spot to hit. Every structure's got its weak point. That's, the mining conglomerate, right? Yeah, that might just work. I'll start talking to folks about how we can crack the rest. You keep up your end, we might just be in business.
Appalachia belongs to us. And there ain't nobody that can prove me wrong. You want something? You take it. It's the only way to live. Your overseer came through on the wide distribution over here. Guess we'll hold off on raiding that old nuka plant. For now. If I hear any complaints on that nuka, I'm sending them your way.
This place is way better than Sunnytop. Cooler, at least.
That little concoction of yours better do the trick. Looks like your little inoculation worked like a charm. We've established your usefulness, but don't mistake our gratitude for hospitality. Yet here you are. It tells me you're not here just to waste my time. You want something. And it must be important, else you wouldn't be barging in here like you run the place. Out with it. Now you gotta be smart enough to know I ain't gonna promise you anything. It's just where we're at, 7-6. So if you want something from me, you better get to talking. Well, if that don't pique my interest, please, go on. What exactly, pray tell, is inside this Vault 79? This is a fascinating turn of events, ain't it? The things I could buy with that gold. You know, I heard rumors about it round here. Of course, the last sucker who tried to use the location of the trove as a bargaining chip is still dangling from a wire outside as we speak. Liars get wires, you dig? So let's pretend for a moment I don't believe you. What you got to convince me? You ain't wrong. Getting into one of them vaults sure would set us up for a while. Shit. You know I could just kill you and take this, right? You got a lot to learn before you can roll with us, 7-6. Ooh, I like the cut of your jib. Maybe there is hope for you. Toss it up on the board and let's see what you got here. I hope you're seeing things our way, 7-6. Appalachia belongs to us, and there ain't nobody that can prove me wrong. want something, you take it. It's the only way to live.
Stomach's feeling pretty bad from that drink. I wonder if... Nah, I ain't even gonna think about it.
Alright. Seems pretty legit.
Not sure what Axel sees in Barb. Probably just an emergency scapegoat.
I assume you're coming to me because we got the skills to get into this here vault. But you know, we ain't gonna do this out of the goodness of our hearts, baby doll. Oh, no. I'm gonna expect a significant cut of the goods inside. So we're gonna have ourselves an agreement here, see? I supply the people power. You supply the location. We all get inside, we nab the goods, you get a nice fair little cut, and we all make out like bandits, you dig? I don't know, 50% of whatever we take in? Now remember who's gonna do all the heavy lifting in there. If the treasure's half as good as you say, well, it should be more than enough to set you up for life. And if you impress me enough, maybe you get to roll with us. That is, long as you're cool with people calling you a raider. Yeah? Well, I'd like my mama back from the dead in a world that ain't burn up like a post-nuclear turkey dinner. We don't always get what we want. Look, I know it ain't what you want to hear, but maybe you get a little bonus if you prove you're worth it, alright? So, first things first. We gotta have a plan to crack that big-ass vault door wide open, right? Easy peasy, light and breezy. That's a job for Lucky Lou, our demo expert. If he can't explode it, then it ain't from this Earth. Now, Lou can be a real shut-in, on account of his, skin condition. But I trust him more than just about anybody. Why don't you go see him in his room down below? Introduce yourself. Fill him in on the plan, then do whatever prep work he needs you to do, you dig? At least when it comes to dying. Lou's got a knack for cheating death. He was up in Pittsburgh, 70 years old when shit went down. They say a real honest-to-goodness A-bomb fell straight in his living room. Thing didn't go off. A dud. When the radiation came flowing down the rivers into the city, most died or went feral. But Lou, he survived. Changed, but with his mind intact. You get the picture. Aside from the fact Lou ain't exactly what I call a people person, he looks like one of them ghouls you see shambling around out there. Only he still maintains all the other stuff that makes us human. Don't worry, he ain't gonna bite. But some of the others don't much appreciate his appearance, so he keeps to himself. Works out, because he's a bit of a hermit anyway. Right on, 7-6. Do your thing. Just try to keep this on the down low, alright? Don't want the entire camp knowing what's going on yet. Only tell who I say to tell, you dig? Hey, 7-6. You know, the quicker you get Lou on board with us, the quicker we get into that vault.
Nice to have a conversation with one of you 76ers. A lot of your people would like nothing better than to wipe us out. Or at least try to. But that would be tough. Just ask Foundation.